Good morning, viewers. This is Global Entertainment News TV. I am your host, Bisola, and welcome to our newspaper review segment. Let's start with the punch. Presidency attacks OBJ as opposition backs ex-president. Presidency attacks OBJ as opposition backs ex-president. To the next. FG plans fresh 31 trillion naira borrowing. FG plans fresh 31 trillion naira borrowing. To the next. Luggage delay to attract $170, 10,000 naira fine, says NCAA. Luggage delay to attract $170, 10,000 naira fine, says NCAA. To the next. Default. 34 states. FCT shows 263 billion naira UBEC grants. 34 states. FCT shows 263 billion naira UBEC grants. To the next. Senate invites top doctors over strike. Senate invites top doctors over strike. To the next. FD says Obasanjo lacks moral ground to attack Tinubu. Opposition insists ex-leader writes on corruption, bad governance. FD says Obasanjo lacks moral ground to attack Tinubu. Opposition insists ex-leader writes on consumption, bad governance. To the next. Ondo poll. Ayedatiwa gets certificate of return Wednesday amid protest. Ayedatiwa gets certificate of return Wednesday amid protest. To the next. Trump plans to use military for mass deportation. Trump plans to use military for mass deportation. To next. Planned takeover. Makinde Adeleke knock Ganduje over threats. Makinde Adeleke knock Ganduje over threats. That's all for the punch. We move now to the Vanguard. LCCI, ASBON analyst orders pick holes in 2025 budget. LCCI, ASBON analyst orders pick holes in 2025 budget. To the next. Dangote refinery seek billions of dollars to import crude. Dangote refinery seeks billions of dollars to import crude. To the next. Sit at home. Gunmen killed 5 security operative PG critically injured in Anambra, Abia. Gunmen killed 5 security operatives PG critically injured in Anambra, Abia. To the next. Nigeria must address 6% tax to GDP ratio, says Speaker Abbas. Nigeria must address 6% tax to GDP ratio, says Speaker Abbas. To the next. Rethink reform strategies. IMF advise Nigeria, Ghana, others. Rethink reform strategies. IMF advise Nigeria, Ghana, others. To the next. Senate Bank unveiled Senate Tech Fair 4.0. Senate Bank unveils Senate Tech Fair 4.0. To the next. Presidency to Obasanjo. Nigeria's economic woes begin in your government. Nigeria economic woes began in your government. On to the next. Ondo governor. Why PDP lost recorded worst outing since 1999? Why PDP lost recorded worst outing since 1999? To the next. I am presidential spokesman, says Daniel Bwala. I am presidential spokesman, says Daniel Bwala. To the next. WW3 looms as Russia vows respond if Ukraine uses long-range missile. WW3 looms as Russia vows respond if Ukraine uses long-range missile. On to the next. 2025 AFCON qualifiers. Rwanda beats Super Eagles in Uyo. Rwanda beats Super Eagles in Uyo. That's all for the Vanguard. We move now to the Nation. Presidency. Obasanjo unfit to give leadership sermon. Presidency Obasanjo unfit to give leadership sermon. To the next. Ex-president description of Nigeria as failing. Government incompetent attracts attack. Ex-president description of Nigeria as failing. Government incompetent attracts attack. To the next. Edun. Tinubu economic reform has cleared way for foreign investors. Tinubu economic reforms have cleared way for foreign investors. To the next. Federal government target 34.8 trillion naira revenue in 2025 appropriation bill. Federal government target 34.8 trillion naira revenue in 2025 appropriation bill. On to the next. Don't do estimate billing. NERC warns DISCO. Don't do estimated billing. NERC warns DISCO. On to the next. Okpebholo signed revised 486 billion naira budget. Okpebholo signs revised 486 billion naira budget. On to the next. Zenith Bank Tech Fair 4.02 Future Global IT Practitioners. Zenith Bank Tech Fair 4.02 Future Global IT Practitioners. On to the next. DSS quiz Adebutu over Ogun Council disruption. DSS quiz Adebutu over Ogun Council disruption. That's all for The Nation. We move now to The Guardian. 34 states ditch UBE grant as unused funds surpass 135 billion naira. 34 states ditch UBE grants as unused funds surpass 135 billion naira. On to the next. 18 million out of school children. 18 million out of school children. On to the next. IMF Nigeria orders need longer monetary tightening regime to tame inflation. Nigeria orders need longer monetary tightening regime to tame inflation. On to the next. Chemical industry says 28 companies exist since January. Chemical industry says 28 companies exist since January. On to the next. FIRS boss makes case for tax bills as FG claims governors on reform. FIRS boss makes case for tax bills as FG claims governor on reform. On to the next. Senate to sanction MDA for non-compliance with financial regulations. Senate to sanction MDA for non-compliance with financial regulation. On to the next. Presidency berated Obasanjo for criticizing successor. Presidency berated Obasanjo for criticizing successor. On to the next. Rivers Council boss predicts tough battle for Fubara ahead of 2027 election. Rivers Council boss predicts tough battle for Fubara ahead of 2027 elections. On to the next. Ayedatiwa financial strength earn him victory in Ondo. Ayedatiwa financial strength earn him victory in Ondo. That is all for our newspaper review segment. Thank you for joining us today. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, same time, same station. Don't forget to like, share, and follow us for more news and updates on Global Entertainment News. Have a blessed day. Bye.